You're doing the intro, aren't you?
No, it's supposed to be Soma.
What? Ah!
Oh!
Sorry, I have Stream Manager up my phone and, in the couple of hours since my last stream, the Stream Manager's changed completely. I'll go back to the old one.
What?
I often have Stream Manager up on my phone, and in the few hours since my last stream, it's changed completely. Hi, Rai. Thanks for the head pets.
No. Head pets. I let my music go a little bit too long. That's okay.
Mama.
Anyway, hello! Are we ready to enjoy these criticisms? Go and fix...
What?
We're gonna go fix people's bad ideas! Make them fabulous.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna beautify
Do a
them.
little bit of CPR on the dying ideas. It's fine.
This is fine.
We can make them. We can make them beautiful.
Yeah. I have every
Anyway.
confidence in us.
Oh yeah, someone has to have confidence. It's like one of us will have confidence, the other one will have faith, and then someone has to be the Debbie Downer and be like, "This thing's just dead. It's fine."
It's fine. It's
Yes.
fine. We don't need. None of us need to be Debbie Downers, you know.
I guess that is the right idea. It's like no such thing as Debbie Downers. But in any case, I think we need to let people know who we have here, because not all of us have collabed before. Or we haven't collabed in a long time.
Not collectively. I have collabed with Lilith before. I've stream.
I've definitely collabed with you before, so yeah, I don't think the three of us has been all together all that much.
Do you want to cry into the mic?
But
sorry, I have a puppy with me on my desk, so if you hear random crying, that is from the puppy.
this is fair. The
Great-
crying
great
did not
game
come
mode,
through on Discord, so
Great.
you're golden there.
Maybe it's too high pitched. Great. I actually want to hear that. Well, I don't want that. That sounds like animal abuse. But it would be cute to hear them cry in the background.
I can't deny the cuteness. This is fair. They are very cute.
Indeed. Should we start?
Yeah,
We
well,
need to like double check.
well, we were gonna introduce ourselves. Well, you've already started. How about
Lilith,
you go? All right. Hi everyone. I'm Will Flamer, magician turned zombie. And as Soma explained, we're gonna try and turn bad stream ideas into good ones.
Alright, Sina?
Sinna?
Introduction?
I think she might be busy with one of the
Sina
puppies.
die?
I think she's busy with one of the puppies.
Okay. Those needy little guys. Anyway, since Sina's been distracted, for those of you that don't know, I am Soma Tome. I am the local rune witch for Infinite Life. You know, always excited to cause chaos, make some magic happen. Yes,
All right. So
and that is very much.
yeah, we'll wait for Sinna to
Yes.
deal with her little ones, then she can introduce
I
herself
am
and
assuming-
we'll begin.
Yes, I am assuming that her stream can still hear us. I'm not gonna try and double check that, but for those of you that cannot see the screen, send us chat. We're going to be doing a thing called Content Clinic. We are going to be taking a take the worst and weirdest stream ideas that have been submitted via people in the Infinite Live Discord, and we are going to recreate it into what could potentially be entertaining or make it better. So this is intended to be lighthearted, kind of consulting, or, you know, us completely putting you down, being like, how could you think that would be any kind of interesting? What are you, a weirdo?
Yeah,
You know, because they exist.
I'm quite intrigued by this concept. Maybe we could come up with a stream idea so good it becomes a reality.
I'm so sorry that I was out. I had a really quick emergency.
Oh no.
They started crying like really bad. I think one of them pooped, so I had to clean it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Right, you.
So you had the emergency.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I had a baby puppy emergency. Yeah, I am so sorry. I didn't introduce myself properly.
Okay,
This
yeah.
is a great way to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Sina. Nice to meet you. I'm a cinnamon lollipop from a kid distant Candyland. Hello. I really stand out among two mages. Yes. Let's go with that. Yeah, fantastic.
I mean,
I
you
will
can look at it as a. You magicked yourself into the same universe as us temporarily. It'll be fine.
Sure. Let's say that I'm going to make a completely inconsiderate joke. Lilith got hungry, some wanted food, and summoned me instead.
Yeah, I wanted candy, but I got you instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you know-
specified better.
If you know my origin story, you know I have a tendency for spells go wrong like that.
Puppies are one of the best
What?
ways to introduce yourself. I have 4 puppies who are currently 5 weeks old, so they are very young, and if I randomly disappear, it is because of them. But I'll try my best to shorten the time as much as possible and give the responsibility to my brother.
Let him enjoy the puppy time.
Okay, what now?
I don't know why you wouldn't want the puppy time.
Oh, Rizel, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you.
Boop, boop.
Why am I up?
Right,
Alright,
Okay,
shall we look at the first
we're gonna
prompt?
be going into our first prompt, yes?
alright.
What if you
Oh,
did a summon random object?
So it is
challenge?
reading and
Every time
debating
chat
the
types
meaning of
boo,
popular book
You have
series.
to add whatever they suggest.
What?
as your guess.
I mean, like, to me that sounds like a great time.
that's not too-
actually,
This sounds like a great time.
I have
What-
honestly
you think
actually
everything's boring?
debated. I've actually debated it straight up, bringing out my Lord of the Rings book and start reading it on stream. And,
Oh, hell
like,
yeah.
have
Yeah,
it
this sounds
dedicated.
like
Let's
reasonable.
read.
It sounds like a reasonable idea,
For me,
actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if like you put your acting, your voice acting to chops. You know, sounds like a great idea.
And it's
book
like,
club. It's
I-
book club.
yes, it's book club. What's even better is I have the setup to where I can actually show the book on stream and
Oh, you
you know,
can't
physically-
do that. Oh, oops.
yeah.
Although-
I have that set up.
Although I'm not sure
It's
if you,
unfortunate as all my
I'm-
books are packed away right now.
I'm not sure if you could
I'm
do
genuinely
that with
jealous.
books that are still under copyright.
I was initially thinking Tolkien.
Yeah, but Lord of the Rings are still under copyright of his estate.
Yeah, but
We could still
There's
talk
also
about them.
there's a certain level of
Fair use.
yeah, fair use. So it's like if I were just sitting on stream quietly reading it and showing it on stream as I'm reading it, that would probably not be okay. But that would also be a very boring stream. You want to make sure that you are reading it aloud, making it kind of an audiobook kind of thing. Which there are free audiobooks out there.
That
Like, those
is.
do exist.
We could like okay. What would be good ones to read? Like those are the free books. Like oh my god, I forget the term.
Public domain.
It's the one. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I was forgetting, but what it was called. But books in public domain would probably be okay. Like things like Sherlock and stuff,
Yeah, that.
Ooh.
or like you know like
Yeah, we could
I've
review
never
the
actually
Sherlock
read
Holmes
Sherlock.
series.
Yeah,
Sherlock Holmes
I've
would be
never
very
read
interesting. Especially like I think what would be a fun way to do it is that you would be debating over who the culprit is like before, like ahead of time, kind of like D&D
Floats by
ish ahead of
with a
time.
magnifying
Ooh.
glass detective ghost mode.
So, like, read the
activated.
first chapter to figure out who
Yeah.
got murdered and how, and then kind of like have an additional little like sticky note that's visible on stream somewhere, being like, "This is the evidence that we have. This is who we're assuming has done it."
Yeah.
And kind of-
Or there's like a reading master, like somebody who like read the entire thing, and then the other people who are reading through who are being narrated to by like the main reader, right? Like they have to make like approximate choices or like guess what the writer or guess what the story is going to do next, maybe.
Dude, that is a good way of getting some like
It's like-
first reactions to
I
the
am-
story.
I think we've covered
Yeah.
most of this prompt except for debating the meaning of those stories.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. Like,
It's
what do you
book
mean
club.
by meaning?
Hmm.
Are you trying to assign some?
Like philosophical meaning?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the word. That's the word. It's like,
love
are
how
we
we are
supposed to
all
be
struggling
going?
with the grammar.
Words are hard, man. For
Words
all
are
that
indeed
we're all
hard.
for doing book club, we kind of
Look,
suck
look,
at
look.
talking.
Y'all can give me slack, right? Because I have ESL, English as second language.
That's one way of getting slack. Is
Yeah, they give me slack. So it's like basically like D&D for beginners, maybe.
yeah.
And then it's like reading out the plot.
Right?
If not, if Sherlock Holmes is not available, we can just always go for Sherlock Holmes. That's legal, isn't it?
Alright.
Sherlock Holmes.
No, that's actually a really funny fact. Because Sherlock Holmes was a character, in like the Sherlock Holmes books and other books that were technically connected to Sherlock Holmes. He was just a character in a bunch of other stories. They had to like change his name to Sherlock Holmes because they couldn't use Sherlock Holmes' actual name, but he was basically just Sherlock Holmes. That's what they did in Great Ace Attorney. If you guys know about Great Ace Attorney, I love Great Ace Attorney. Hey.
Ace Attorney is on my to play list. I have not gotten it yet. I have not played
It's
it.
a great
definitely
series. Well,
recommend
actually,
playing
have-
Great Ace Attorney.
I have no experience with it except for knowing that the objection beam. That's it.
Objection!
Yes,
Objection.
that's it. That's all I know about Ace Attorney.
Currently, I'm going through like the investigation series, which has literally the best and worst games put together. It's so good. I love Great Ace. Not Great Ace Attorney. I love Investigations. The one where Miles Edgeworth is the main protagonist.
I'm
It's
familiar
so good.
with it.
It's so good. Yeah, I'm trying to like breeze through so that I can get through the second game because the second game is like top tier, but like the first game is like ass. But it
So
never
in
got
other
localized
words-
until recently.
Huh?
But
Yeah,
yeah,
fact-
so anyways, fun fact, yeah.
Yeah, the
Well,
fact that
Sherlock
apparently
Holmes
not
is
that
not
good is
in
probably
public domain.
Ah,
Sherlock Holmes was not Sherlock Holmes was not in public domain. That's why the Great Ace Attorney he was called Sherlock Holmes.
pretty sure it'd be long in public domain by now. Yeah, I guess-
it weirdly it was during the American actually. In Japanese they called him Sherlock Holmes, but in the English version, because he was still not yet in public domain when the games were released, they called him Sherlock Holmes.
Huh.
And they just stuck with it. Yeah, and actually the
Added
second
to the
game
bit.
was not released in English, so it was the same thing as Investigations, where they released the first one in English, and they didn't localize the second game until they did the remasters, which is the ones that are released now on Steam. The more you know. I know too much about Ace Attorney.
It's interesting
Look
to
at the
know
problem.
that
I really-
on my Ace Attorney has
I'm
been
sorry, I
on
can't,
my to playlist, and now we're talking about it. It's like, it has been there for
yeah.
years.
I'm more than happy. Like, if you invite me to go through the game with you, I will. I will happily do it. I will do anything for that game. The Ace Attorney series is my baby.
Anyway, hi Victor.
Oh boy.
Hi, Victor. Okay, now what was I going through? Oh yeah, so the newcomers would try to guess the culprit, and then I think the way we can be like debating the meaning, maybe it could be like debating on what we as newcomers would have done instead, or what our guesses are. Maybe?
Debate the motives for the murder.
Yeah, debate the motives, maybe debate like how
It's
we
like-
could have
it's
done the
like-
murder.
Imagine if Sherlock Holmes
It's
like, how
if
could we do the murder?
Specific.
Ghosts as witnesses.
It's like if it's Sherlock Holmes
Yeah.
specific,
Everywhere.
debate the motives. Try and figure out why. Well, I guess it would
Basically,
be
like Danganronpa as
debating
well.
on why we think this one person would do it, because look, no alibi. This person has motive to murder.
Yeah, I'm going to. This is the most morbid one. It's like come up with how we could do better. Given all that we figured out, it's like how can we do better? It's like serial killer.
Arthur Conan Doyle.
I can't really imagine doing.
We could write better
doing the
than this.
murder. Do some of the murder books with like the murder she wrote and what was the
Yeah.
other one? Something Paradise.
Something Paradise.
There's a my nana watches a lot of murder mystery shows, which were originally
Oh.
books that they took and turned it
Do you mean-
into
are you-
episodes for a show. And there's one that
Are
I
you-
remember where it's like there's a British detective in like the Bahamas, classic island
Bahamas?
paradise. I don't know I don't remember for sure if it was the Bahamas, but it's
I know. I think it's Nancy Drew.
islands.
Is Nancy Drew like public domain?
Possibly.
Hmm.
You could also do Nancy Drew with the same ones, yeah. Or like even like the oh my god, what book series are those? It's a horror series.
Ooh.
Hey, maybe we could compare.
It's like I really wanted like it would be really
Maybe you could compare series, like compare Nancy Drew to Sherlock Holmes, and observe how they tackle mysteries differently.
women and men, men and women. Or Agatha Christie. Honestly, Agatha Christie's
Ooh,
work.
Agatha Christie is a classic.
She has a lot of classics. I think they're already all in public domain now for the most part.
The author
Did she-
herself is considered a classic.
Murder in the
Did she
Orient
write-
was
No.
classic from what I remember.
About the Orient Express?
What?
Was she behind
Yeah,
Murder on-
she wrote Murder
yeah.
in the Orient.
And I know of her works.
Yeah, I know her because of Bungo Stray Dogs.
My first introduction to her was the episode that
Movie. Okay.
of Doctor Who that concentrated
Oh.
on her.
I
Yeah.
really find her. Agatha Christie is so interesting because she knows so much about poisons that her knowledge is so expansive that people like doctors use her as reference, like to the point where it saved someone's life. Because because her knowledge in poison is just so specific.
And the fact that she uses poison a lot for a lot of her murder mysteries too.
It's very interesting. It's a very good read. I would love to do like comparisons.
That's one of those things where it's like, hey,
Chrissy, i.e.
you're morbid, but you're morbid for fun.
There's another mystery novel writer. I'm forgetting his name.
What are some of
It's
the
not
books?
Edogawa Rampo. Edogawa Rampo was. I'm thinking of someone else. It's not Edogawa Rampo. Who is the other one? Because Edogawa Rampo is inspired by the writer I'm thinking of. Because he was also a mystery novel writer, but he was a Japanese novel writer.
Oh.
I'm trying to Edgar Allan Poe! There, that's the
Oh.
name I was thinking of.
Nice.
I don't normally think of Edgar Allan Poe as a mystery writer.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, no.
No,
Not exactly,
He has a
no.
lot of poets. Poems.
I remember. I know he wrote poems.
He did
I
he did short stories and poems that were all horror-esque and
Yeah.
very
Macabre.
yeah,
macabre.
that's the word, macabre. It's like
Macabre.
I was trying to say it's like
I know that maybe it's 'cause I forgot what
Words.
books I've read of Edgar Allan Poe. I forget, but I know that his works do. They still have a lot of mystery in them, so that would be fun as well.
also fair.
Or most of our ideas are related to like mysteries and murder.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this would be a good idea. What would we give like this a title for? Maybe it's like a what would we call it? It's like the Detectives Club.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds so basic.
But it works.
Like what would be a better name? I'm always an alliteration type of person. How about you guys when you like name your streams and stuff?
Don't look at me for that. I just throw shit at the wall and hope that it sticks.
Okay, wait.
Connor has already
Obvious for
pointed it
case,
out to me that
Lilith
it's like I
Believer.
just
What would
I
your
throw
ultimate
shit at the
profiling
wall
tool
and
be? Mine's obviously an
sometimes it
ectoplasmic
comes out
magnifying
great.
glass.
Sometimes we kind of sit there and go, why?
Okay, wait.
What?
I'm going to think of because there's also terms like sleuth. I think that's how we end. I think that's how we end like each prompt, you know, with a stream title.
Okay,
This is also if the books are if you're only doing the mystery books.
debate, dictate, detect.
Detect, debate, dictate, and thirdly.
Well,
What other games
Worst.
use the term detective?
trio.
Dilemma. Okay, I'm like, I love your naming.
Yeah, it's like Dastardly Detectives. It's like
Going through all
it's Chip and Dale.
the D words.
Worse at their jobs, and we're just
Yeah.
always getting into trouble. But somehow, everything worked out.
Look, we have all been gifted with large I spelled dilemma wrong. Ignore that. Ignore that. ESL. Ignore that.
You're just chucking
Ignore that.
pickles
Ignore
at
that.
people.
ESL.
It's fine.
I can't spell, y'all. Thank you, autocorrect.
Woo woo! Autocorrect. All right.
You know, we are all
gifted.
gifted. We are all gifted in our upper chest area, so we have triple D's. Triple D's nuts in your mouth.
But don't
Sorry.
suck on them though. We don't like that.
No.
That's weird.
But you can rest in between. I'm used to that. That sounds hella weird, but this makes sense for me. I own like sugar gliders, and you know the best way to bond with them is when they sleep in between your bra. So
Okay
it's the
then.
best way to bond.
Yeah, the bond's
Random
not
facts.
ready.
Moving on. Let's
Yeah,
not think
time
about
to
it
move
too
on.
much.
If you ever squish them together, you can say goodbye to your sugar glider.
It's minor white.
Throughout the
That's
stream,
fine.
progressively ban common words that the towns can say, such as the, you, something relevant to a game activity, like shoot, jump, water, until communication becomes unintelligible.
Unintelligible. The grammar
trouble
words.
with that is if you take out enough of the words,
I mean,
you're not going to have a streamer talking anymore.
you know, to be interesting, if you made a game out of it where it's guess the imposter, where everyone else knows about it, but only one person who is the imposter doesn't, so they have to guess based on what words people are trying to avoid.
Oh, that's interesting.
What's more ironic is you could do that basically entirely with Discord DMs.
Yeah,
Like-
you can.
Have Connor or be the game master who decides who's the imposter and who isn't.
Yeah, and they have
have
to
there
figure
be
out what
a-
the word is.
Mm-hmm.
It would be better though if we were actively playing another game as well.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, there's a
I mean,
bit
it does
more-
say
Bit more.
it does say that it's related to whatever game or activity people are doing. So I think that makes sense.
yeah. So some
But it's like that would probably be like VR chat or Gmod
I'm thinking something
or
like
maybe
a
even
cooperative
Among
game,
Us.
like Left 4 Dead. Like
Maybe something where you can do like one round of like doing the game, and then figure out like wait something like like
Yeah,
during
once-
Nightfall or something like
Yeah,
during,
once
like,
we
during,
get
like,
to
a survival game maybe yeah.
Yeah, once we get to a checkpoint- Yeah, so once we get to it, once we get to a
Imagine if you could
checkpoint,
prevent NPCs
or we all
to get
die,
killed
then
in a mystery
we stop
game,
playing the game for
North
a moment
America,
and try and
would
guess
that
who
be
the
OP
imposter is
or just
based
spooky
on
fun?
what people have
Yeah.
been saying.
Yeah, which is kind of what it's like. I was assuming Gary's mod would be a good one because they have a mode called Terrorist Town, and you could
That's-
use that, and you just kind of ignore the actual game structure for it, or you could use the game structure as it picks the imposters for you. And a game master could use the game's
Yeah.
auto pick to.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
a game where a game that runs on the same premise of most of us are cooperating and one person is an imposter would get a bit too confusing when accusing imposters. So I think something where we're all working together would work better.
That would make more sense. Maybe we could also get the imposter to like
Project
sabotage as
Winter.
well. Really like Among
Project Winter
Us.
is another good one for
Oh, Project
having.
Winter, yeah.
Yeah. It's like that's another good one that has.
Or
group
like Raft or
working
like
together
Planet
with-
Crafter. Like
Yeah.
basically like the basic survival games. Planet Crafter I think would be
Yeah.
okay. Or Power Robo
Yeah,
too.
some of the struggle with the survival games is their goals might be a bit
So, ghost rules.
far
Do we get to haunt whoever gets voted out?
far in the
Asking for
future
spectral
to have it
signs.
be a round type of game. And that's where I think that we would struggle with is,
Wait, what do you mean?
if it like take for instance if we use Pal World
Right.
and we were trying to have the group work together towards a goal
Mhm. Uh-huh.
and having the imposter or sabotage those goals. A lot of the Pal World goals are far enough away that there's no easy spot to be like, okay, this is the end of the round. We move on to the next game.
I mean, that's kind of why we have like instead of every round, it's every day if it's a survival game.
Yeah.
So it's like when night falls, that's when you do the debate.
Okay.
So that's why it's like applicable for like even like Minecraft, for example. So like there's like one big major objective like throughout maybe the entire stream, and every single day there'll be not only just a word being banned, but they also have to vote one of the players. And then maybe they get like some jail time for the rest of the day if they get caught.
I can just imagine someone going all out for actually designing the jail.
Yeah, probably.
Or they just get booted from the game and just have to watch until eventually.
That would suck though. I would feel bad if people get booted out. I think it would be way funnier if they're just in a cage for people to mock them. At least in my opinion. In my opinion, it would be way funnier if they were just in a jail cell where people would mock them for like the entire like day or round. And then if they do get caught, if like the imposter gets caught, then they reshuffle for who the imposter is.
Or in that case, maybe there should be at least 2 imposters. Yeah, so the game won't be over until both are caught.
A team.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, Gabby the Ghost wants to know if they get to haunt whoever gets voted out.
I mean, that's. I guess that was kind of what was suggested.
That's kind of the ideal, right? So it's like the accused goes to jail, and then they wait for the entire round for the next round, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. And if they wind up getting sat in jail for like 2 rounds, then they get murdered automatically. They don't get to try and survive past that.
I'm trying to think like how we can balance this. Like if the accused goes to jail, like what if they're innocent? Do they get released immediately, or do they get released through half the day, or do they get released until the next round?
They have to try and convince their fellows that they're actually innocent, and they get 2 days to attempt it.
While they're in jail?
Yeah. It's like when it comes to voting period, they get added back in, and it's like you either convince them that you're innocent and be like, hey, I think this person has been sabotaging them because this stuff all happened while I was still in jail.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds fair.
If they get locked up again for like 3 rounds in a row by that third night, if they're still in jail, they get murdered. They get
that sounds
voted
fair.
out there. It's like
Okay. Let me try adding that in.
Hi, Argent.
Hi, Argent. What am I thinking of? If they're in Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
This idea, this is going pulled together nicely. Who knows? Maybe if Connor, if Boss Man really likes it, he'll turn it into an actual stream.
Hey,
not saying his streams are bad.
If you think about it, this entire stream
not
is
as big as him.
basically just free content.
Yeah, this is just.
That's why I said.
This is just him. This is just us
something-
doing more work.
At least one of these streams could potentially become real.
Yeah, at this point, it's like we're just giving Connor ideas for what he wants to do for the bi-weekly collab streams. Imagine. He's definitely gonna use it. Oh, it's a first-time chat for me. Damn. Okay.
Nice.
Damn, I didn't realize that Infinite Live only did that for only did the first chat stream for me to this back. That's so mean. Whatever. That hurts. That hurts when you realize that this is the first time they ever.
To be fair, the Infinite Live accounts aren't really all that active.
Mm-hmm.
What
That's
if
true,
the
but still, that hurts.
whisper riddles
Like,
only
like
once
not
per
even
hour?
during my
Expect
debut.
your hints, but super
Yeah, I
vague,
know.
so no one gets too comfy.
Damn. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's try coming up with a stream title. I rarely log into this account. It's been over a year. You should log in more.
Yeah. I feel like
At
we
least
should
support your. At
probably-
least. Yeah.
I
At least
feel like
support
we
your
should
streamers,
probably-
man.
probably come up with something to do on the Infinite Live channel.
Yeah. Maybe this.
Yeah, take these bi-weeklies and stream it
Yeah.
on the Infinite Live
And then
account too.
Yeah. Why don't we actually do
Like,
it instead of
you
like streaming
you
on like
make-
one like
oh,
it, like I'm just saying, it's like if we're doing these kinds of things, where it's easier to like just have one person doing all of it in the background. It would be probably easier to live stream it all in the
Yeah.
in
I was just kind of thinking have Infinite Live. I've just kind of stream one solid version, whereas some of the other talents might hop from image to image or from scene to scene. I probably fucked up how I was trying to explain it. I'm sorry.
Word it carefully. There is an imposter. Among Us.
Among Us. Yeah, that works. If anyone has any other ideas for a stream title, be my guest.
No.
I realize like how much I lack in grammars. This is
Grammars.
ESL,
Case in point.
have mercy, ESL. Grammars, grams. Fuck. Have mercy, ESL. I am not good at English.
You
Pero hindi masyado akong magaling din sa Tagalog kasi ko yan.
Fine.
Sorry po. Seryoso, sorry po. Tulungan mo po ako. Whack words.
There you go.
And together.
I feel.
Don't say a word. Ooh,
Ooh.
I like that. Huh?
Also good.
Get
also
it? Because
good.
band is also like a double meaning because banned means that you can also get kicked out, or banned as in like the word is banned, like you can't say it.
There you go.
And you're also banding together, so you're like working together.
Clever.
Way to play on the
I like
words,
this kind
man.
of thing. Yeah. I was in a creative writing class. That's like the only reason why I survived. It's like, oh yeah, I took one creative writing class. Thanks.
Oh no.
Yeah, at least you
Although I
managed
think
to
that
put
is a great
what you learned to good use.
Oh yeah, I failed that class.
Really?
And you tried at least.
Oh yeah, I tried.
Did they,
It's just
did they
that-
look at you and tell you that you failed because
No,
grammar?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Like they looked through, and they said it's like they like all of my pages, like majority of the work was like, okay, you have this grammar error here, you have so many comma usage here. You're not supposed to do that. You're also not supposed to do like exclamation question mark exclamation point together. You're not supposed to do that. I didn't know that. I'm an art student.
Ooh.
How was I supposed to know it? Oh my god, who was doing
Like that?
Yeah, well, no, it was like, it's like, you know, phrase, comma. My professor did not like that. But I did it a lot.
Exclamation question mark is a common thing in English.
You're not
The
supposed to do that, apparently. Specifically with, like, publishing. And I'm like, oh my god. I didn't know that. I didn't know that until they
Dude.
told me. And I'm like,
There are
really?
so many books that I've read that have them together. It's used
I was
most commonly
surprised.
to express shock through ppunctuation.
Yeah, that's why I was... Hi, Reggie.
Hi, Red.
Good to see you. It's...
Hi,
That was lurking.
welcome to the lurk.
Feel free to spam my lurk emote if you have it. I don't know if you do. No, it's on my sub.
I don't
so-
know. I don't know. Oh, Fred.
It's on my
I don't
subs.
think
It's a
Red
sugar
got
glider.
through.
It's actually my pet sugar glider. That's my emote.
I don't think Red has gone through and
This is a random.
followed
This is a random
everyone
ass.
from Infant Live.
Yeah. This is a random drop. Random drop for my advertising. Please subscribe. I need the money. Anyways, yeah, I think a good. I think these are all good names for the most part.
Yep.
Yeah.
Walker,
Okay. I just saw what the next prompt is, and
Okay,
I refuse to acknowledge it. Do you have another prompt, Connor? Please. Let's not do that. Give us another prompt. Bossing.
Next!
Oi. Oh, the fuck. Only if you play Lord of the Rings with me.
No.
I have to tempt her somehow.
Look, okay. Here's my problem though. I have played League of Legends. I don't play it anymore. I play Wild Rift and I play something that's very specific to Southeast Asia, which is called Mobile Legends Bang Bang. So we call it Mobile Legends. So it's on the phone, and I play that. I am so toxic. I don't want. You know what? I'm what's called a reformed League of Legends player, you know, where I don't touch the game anymore. I'm not as toxic of a person anymore. You know, I'm reformed.
Also,
I don't
yes,
want to go back to
Origin.
those dark ways. So what you're saying is she has a chance, probably, but I'm going to avoid it as much as possible, unless somebody like forces me into playing like Wild Rift or something.
I
Or
think
ML,
I played with her
honestly.
once, but I don't like the fact that I had to create a whole new account in order to play with her.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
It's like I didn't have any of my Yordles saved. Because she went, you need to go to Asia.
Yeah. Wait, it's on Asia server?
Yeah, she plays
Yeah.
on the Asia servers.
Oh, actually, you
And
know what? In ML, in Mobile Legends, you don't need to have servers.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be better if you just went to Mobile Legends instead. No. Actually, Google Play now has on beta. They now have available on PC. Mobile Legends is one of them. So we could totally play that instead of
boy.
League of Legends, and it's a lot easier to get into compared to League of Legends. I'm just saying, like, of course you're gonna meet like a bunch of toxic people. It's just as equal, but I think playing
If you
in
had
there
an
is a lot
ultimate
easier.
clue-finding tool in a mystery game,
I'm just saying.
what would it look like? I'd want mine to glow.
If you had an
whenever
ultimate
someone's
clue finding
lying.
tool in a game, what would it look like? I want mine to glow whenever someone's lying. How would you know that? Because not everyone lies in a certain way. And it's like, how would you know? Because sometimes like lying has a bunch of nuance in it.
Yeah,
That's
Gabby
so
says the
ambiguous.
strangest things.
No, I'm like thinking about this because maybe it's the okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah, that's a
thing.
general issue anyway.
But yeah. The big problem, you guys are all over the
It's-
place. No matter what server you pick, someone's getting pinged. That's true.
That's an
Although-
issue that me and Lilith encounter quite often.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm
Mobile
in
Legends is probably the
Oceania.
one where you'll have the easiest time. Because Lilith and I are close by,
Yeah, where I
so we would have the easiest
close
time.
ones.
But then no one else.
We're in the Pacific.
Why, Connor? Can't you do more recruits who are people from like our side of the world? We
Yeah,
feel so
more
alone.
people
I
from
feel
the
so
Pacific
alone.
region.
Yes, please.
I feel lonely,
Get
but
someone
it's
from-
entirely my own fault because I'm nocturnal in the US.
Well, you know what? That benefits us because that means we can all hang.
Yeah,
Yes.
Look at the
I
bright
was
side.
quite
We can all hang.
surprised at
Invite
how
me to your
many
Lord of the Rings
Americans
game, okay?
actually might tune into my streams. I was worried maybe I'd be streaming too late for them, but no.
Most of mine are Southeast Asians.
I actually get a lot
I
of
don't know.
British people.
I occasionally get like the Western person, but it's mostly like Southeast Asian people. And people with ADHD specifically.
Wow, way to call them out like that, man.
No, I'm serious. Some
Ouch.
people they go to my stream and they say it's like you hit the exact same pits. That like really like scratch that itch in my brain for ADHD, and I'm like, I too have ADHD, so that's probably why. Look, I'm going through therapy
Well, you have a
right now
market.
to figure all my shit out. Yeah, I'm going through therapy right now to figure out all my ADHD problems, and it's like, oh yeah. So you know what's a fun fact about me? I used to fall down the stairs, a flight of stairs, at least like once a month. And I learned that that's an ADHD thing.
I can
Huh?
trip on flat ground with nothing
too.
actually in the way.
Me too, yeah.
These
But then, like,
stairs to trip.
it's so funny. It's so funny. The only time I ever tripped on air is the only time I ever got like a really bad injury, which was like sprained ankle. But every other time when I fall down the flight of stairs, I come out completely fine.
That's luck.
That
Like,
is pure luck.
90%
That
of
is
the time when I'm
absolutely pure
falling
luck.
when
I
I actually fully fall instead of just trip and stumble.
This is, yeah. I don't know. You might be. You're both witches and wizards. You might be able to, if you know about feng shui and stuff. One of my friends came to
Yeah.
my house. She's super into feng shui. She realized that we have the ashes of our dead pets like right in front of the door, and
Oh.
she's like, you shouldn't do that. That's bad luck. And it's like, oh well. That's probably why you fall down the stairs. And I'm like, oh.
Red also falls upstairs.
It's falling upstairs.
Yeah, no,
is honestly, that's a skill. That's a skill to fall
I
up the
don't.
stairs. That's like
Yeah, I
what do you
get,
call it? It's
I
like-
get what you mean. You
I
fall
trip as you're going up and
fall
Zombie
before
Mario.
the stairs.
I get where you're
Yeah,
coming.
I fall up the stairs more often than I fall down the stairs.
I
But
fall
more
down
often than
several
not, I'm
stairs.
tripping in on nothing on flat ground.
But yeah. Yeah, that's probably like a lot of bad luck. But then I also learned like while taking like a bunch of like ADHD tests, they said that, oh yeah, you're more likely to lose balance because you forget things. And I'm like, oh, that's a thing? I had no idea. I legitimately had no idea.
Wait, does that mean that you just forget how to walk? Is
No,
that
it's
the
more of like
reason?
it's more of like you're not paying attention to the ground because you're just so focused on a bunch of other stuff that you end up tripping and falling and losing balance.
Yeah, I could have told you
'Cause you're-
that.
Yeah, because
I get
you're just thinking about
distracted.
so much stuff. Yeah, because you're just thinking about so much stuff. Apparently, that's an ADHD thing, and I'm like, what? That is? I thought that's just not being. I just thought that's just being clumsy. No, that's also an ADHD thing. You can also be clumsy, yeah, but then it's like I didn't know that also attributes to ADHD. I don't know.
Honestly, I kind of expect that because I have the tism, and that's
Oh, you do?
yeah. Yeah, I'm diagnosed. I'm diagnosed Asperger's. I am
Oh.
like literally autistic.
Oh.
And yeah.
Yeah, like VTubers, we all got mental illnesses. I'm not trying to make digs here. It's just very interesting to learn about all those stuff. It's like, I recently got diagnosed and I'm like, oh. The more you learn. I'm so sorry also. Knowing what's happening in America, I'm so sorry for you.
Yeah.
For real.
Ever had any weird
Thankfully, I mostly ignore
Never
it
had
because
any
it's not in
weird
my
time
sphere.
zone mix-ups with collabs? Oh my god.
Well, I think so. I mean,
there's a program on Discord. There's a program on Discord now which like lets you adjust the time zones depending on
yeah,
who's
that makes things a
talking.
hell of a lot easier. One thing that's particularly that's been a recurring problem for me is that some states in Australia have daylight savings, some
You got
don't,
donuts? Oh hell yeah.
and my state doesn't have daylight savings, so that's caused confusion sometimes.
Yeah, that tripped me up going from
My country has a very specific time zone. We literally call it PHT. Which is so annoying because whenever people use like the what do you call it? UST, UTC? I forget what it's called. What is that term called? Either way,
United.
for us we call it PHT.
You know what?
I forget what it's called.
words.
Universal time zone.
I've lost the train.
Yeah, the
What's
term
that?
for time zones. It's like UTC plus
What
8,
was that?
right?
Did anyone else see that arrow on the?
It's something flash. Yes.
I think that was kind
Yes,
of
that
prompting
was
us
the
to
thing
go
that
to the
flashed.
next one.
Oh, okay. Who
I
made
think-
me talk too long?
We've gotten distracted.
praise be ADHD brains.
Distraction.
Look,
Oh.
you can't expect us to stay on topic forever. Moving on.
Cool, random.
Okay, what's
Random
this?
phone numbers.
Phone
This is
numbers.
about VTuber trivia.
Oh my god, that sounds like a terrible
Unfortunately-
idea.
Unfortunately
Sounds like a
for you-
violation.
Well,
Sounds like a
Unfortunately for you,
violation.
almost no one actually picks up on
Connor's tingling to ADHD.
random
I,
phone calls now.
yeah, I think we're
mean-
in the wrong time for this to work. I mean, wait a minute,
It's too dangerous.
I have one.
If it was mid-90s,
I mean,
it would
well,
be
I mean, like-
great.
Cool.
I mean, what you can do is just like, isn't there like those like
We're
Wait, this would be
back to the
what is
2000?
used.
Isn't what is that? What is that? What is that one? It's like
The
Omegle,
VTuber,
right?
the VTuber illegal.
Have
Where is that? We could do that
millions.
Yeah,
and have millions of dollars.
Used
That-
it.
Give.
Isn't it the other way around? Have millions of dollars first, then build a time machine to go back to the
yeah.
2000s?
It is also if you're going back to the 2000s, you may as well
I wasn't-
get a head start on the VTuber thing.
I wasn't born in the 2000s.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, no, I was born
Oh,
in 2001, but
That's,
not exactly the.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, the VTuber thing didn't
Not
pick up.
exactly
Damn,
2000.
that's
I was
put a
born
dent in that plan.
2020. Yeah,
I mean,
you're gonna
it's
ask
basically
VTuber trivia, and they're gonna look at you. They're gonna look at you and be like, "The fuck is a VTuber?"
Isn't there like an Omegle right now?
existed until 2007.
I mean, like what Omegle?
Lilith might know the name of it.
Oh,
She's done a stream on it before.
Voop chat.
The VTuber Omegle.
Yeah, Voop chat. The problem is that's made for VTubers. So that yeah, I was thinking we'd be interviewing normies. So
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So,
As
yeah.
well. I thought it would be normie. And I know that Omegle shut down. There's something called Emerald Chat. And Chat Roulette.
I'm the first true VTuber.
Tiny
Yes,
Chat.
Sergeant. I mean,
Cancer.
if you think about
The
it,
Zoo Cam, what
uh,
the fuck? Face flow.
Hatsume
Cow
Miku
toss.
was technically the first VTuber because she's the one that started and
She was the
pushing the
first-
technology like
Eh,
that.
No,
Silly.
technically she's
provides the
she's the
template
first
for
virtual idol.
VTubing.
That's different.
Hmm.
She's technically the first virtual idol, not first VTuber.
Yeah.
If we're going into specifics,
Like first VTuber
because
is
idol is different
right?
Kizuna
So
Ai,
it's like,
yeah.
yeah, no.
from yeah.
The technology that was used to bring Miku up into like the 3D space is what kind of started laying
Yeah,
out
Miku isn't
the
a
basics.
VTuber. She's a computer program.
Yeah, but it's like the technology that was used to bring her into the 3D space and start animating her is kind of what had people looking into how can we operate this and have it track an actual person.
That's true, but at the same time, that's also a lot of what they were
She
using
was
as like
the
foundation for like a
foundation.
bunch of other stuff.
She was
Because
the
it's like it's a bunch
foundation.
for like CG and stuff. She was a foundation for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so she wasn't
So
a VTuber
CG
herself,
was-
but
it's like a foundation.
she did contribute to
She-
the development of VTubers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
isn't I technically the first VTuber?
Yes, she was the
She was
very
the, she,
first
well, she was the
one.
first
She-
one who used the term.
She coined the term. Yeah, before her, there were some people who used animated avatars for their videos on YouTube.
Time to hit that sub button if you want to help our zombie
Yes.
queen Lilith.
But then,
Kalima
like that wasn't really that
streaming
wasn't
her
that,
spooky
yeah.
magic
That they
vibes.
walked before we could run.
Mhm.
Yes. It was a very
But
slow
yeah.
crawl in the beginning, okay?
Yeah, but Kizuna
Because, like-
Ai is one of the first true blue like VTubers that follow like the
There
format
was
that we're
there
all
was a
familiar with.
video. There's a video somewhere that goes over the history and supposedly the very first iteration of the foundations for VTubing was back in like the 90s.
Yeah, a lot of the foundations, but it's really.
I don't remember, but
I
it's
know.
like a lot
This
of
is
the
this is a lot
foundation
of like
stuff.
contention that we're going to end up derailing again.
Yep. So
I
anyway,
I
So-
don't know it.
so what do you
But
reckon?
I
Should
think it
we
should be like something?
should we ask normies or should we ask potential VTubers and VTuber fans?
I think
If
it would
you
make
go
sense
for-
to be VTubers because they're asking about
Alright,
VTuber trivia. And if we ask
okay,
about VTuber trivia to people who don't know shit, then yeah.
Yeah, because like if you're wanting to question normies, then you're better off going to a convention and
If you-
asking your questions at a convention because then you
You're
might
more
get
likely.
people
You're
that
more likely.
actually
You might
know.
get.
It's like
If
you
it's-
might
if
get
it's
people that
normies-
know.
If it's normies, then you would be doing instead like introduction type of thing where it's like name this and it's like see how close you can get to the name as possible.
Mhm.
It's that sort of
Alright.
thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like guess the lore
or
based on like a character's
What-
design. And
what
stuff.
is this character?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
There's
interesting.
some people that. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
some people who.
If it's for normies,
Yeah,
there's like two versions, which is one for normies and the other one is for. Sorry, I'm gonna cut this
Yeah.
in half.
Yeah, some VTubers do that with their parents, showing them
Yeah,
VTubers
exactly.
and asking them to guess their name.
Omegle no longer exists, Argent.
That's true. Omegle doesn't exist, but there are a lot of like imitations of what Omegle is.
Yeah, we have you have to go with the knockoff Omegles now.
Yeah, the knockoff Omegle.
Because apparently Omegle had too many grooming opportunities.
And there's also a bunch of like, ooh.
And doxing opportunities and all the scary
Silence
stuff
don't
that-
make me feel old. I actually was never. I wasn't. Was I born when Omegle was popular? This is I'm aging myself by doing this, but
Ouch!
when was
That does make me feel old. Dear Lord.
Omegle is still online? Oh, Omegle is opened?
I think I read about reopening.
It was created in 2009. So I was like, I didn't even have the internet that back then. I was too young.
I was entering high school.
I was in I was in like grade school. Yeah, you're in grade school at like 8.
I'm lucky.
I'm aging myself by doing this.
2009 would have been the start of 9th grade.
Yeah. Like trying to figure out like all of our grading systems are different in each country.
Yeah, it's like the
'Cause I
start
went
of
through
2009
kindergarten.
was the
I
end
went to
of
kindergarten,
middle
prep.
school middle school, and the start was the end of 2009 was starting high school, 9th grade.
For me, like I had to skip a grade because it was to adjust for a government law where they changed the grading system in our schools, like
Oh.
worldwide. So it got very confusing, really fast. So yeah, it's very confusing because it's like for me, I grew up with Kinder 1, Kinder 2, then prep, and then after that grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. But now they completely removed prep school, so it's now just K1, K2, then grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. So
It took me
Yeah.
a long time. Yet in Australia, kindergarten comes before preschool, and it took me a long time to find out it's the other way around in America.
Yeah, preschool is, before all of the school. And then you go kindergarten, because kindergarten is considered school.
yeah, that's
And so preschool is preschool.
It's weird. Yeah, that's why it's weird. Like I keep seeing it's like prep school is like before kinder, and I was like, I had it before, I had it after, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah,
I don't get
I know. Australia's school system changed too, and prep school was added. I'm not
It's
entirely
also-
sure what it
Kindergarten
is.
Chaos is real.
Preschool is not required in many states,
Streams at weird hours just
but
for
you are
guys.
always required to go to kindergarten.
If it's weird,
The more you
Because
know,
hours
the
it's
more
just
you
for
know,
collapse.
like learning.
Oh yes, yes. Especially after since joining Infinite Live. Was just talking to Gabby.
Yes.
Thank you for getting used to like all of that
Infinite
stuff.
Live
I used to be in a
sounds like
different group
portal
before
to wild
this.
schedules.
Not the group
Did
that
it ever mess up
where
your
you and I
sleep?
used to be
Or
in.
did zombie mode
I'm talking about a group I was in before. They were all majority of us were Southeast Asians except one person, so we always had like bad jet lag because of this one person. Not to blame him at all. It was just like, damn, I realized how bad it was to like figure out time zones and stuff. It kicks
Yeah,
in. Yes.
and to answer Gabby again,
Yeah.
surprisingly, I'm able to adjust to strange sleep schedules quite well. Yeah,
At this point, it's like I'm more of a night owl than a morning person. Because it's like, oh yeah, I now have to take care of
Turn off.
puppies at like
Zombie
1
adaptability
a.m.
unlocked. If you
And
can
it's like,
hold any
okay, I'm
time
just
zone
going to
for a
stream
week,
right before
which would
that,
be
wait
the
until
most
like, what,
fun?
12 a.m. and then end stream on that time, and then now I can take care of puppies. It's perfect! Puppies! I love my puppies so much. They're all so cute. But they all have, what,
Why
I
do you
don't know it
think
anymore.
that time zone could be fun, Gabby?
yeah, I don't know
think
how
there
to
is a
answer
time
that.
zone that would be-
Time zone entirely fun.
I don't think. Well, technically, the best time zone would be a time zone that doesn't change based on the seasons.
Yeah,
So in other words,
so
what I'm
my
hearing is you
time
wanna go
zone,
to
which doesn't
Arizona
have
or
daylight savings.
My time zone doesn't change either on seasons.
I'm the weirdo.
It's just you. It's just you. Hell yeah! The perks of being in the Pacific. Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
I'm
Although
so upset
our-
over this. What the fuck?
No, look at the bright side, okay? Lilith has to deal with crazy fucking bugs and animals and crazy ass things. And we
yes.
deal with we deal with volcanoes. We deal with typhoons. Our weather is terrible here.
Yeah, to deal with weather. Haha. Win.
Look, man, weather is oh my god, our floods are so bad and they happen on such a regular occurrence. It's like nothing.
Where
And
where I am
and earthquakes
currently,
are so
there's no
Why are we
no real
upset? Oh,
severe
it's
weather.
it's changes in time zones.
zones.
It's like yeah, so specifically like the American time zones where like they change.
Lilith doesn't get
Yeah.
daylight savings.
Yeah.
I get
Daylight
daylight
savings.
savings.
Yeah, I
That
don't
takes
experience
the
that.
weird.
Woohoo! But we do have like really weird like calendars for us, because
Oh.
for our Christmas season it starts from the Burr months, so from September all the way to December it's Christmas. There's no Halloween. It's Christmas.
Sounds about right. Most people want to
Sounds about
forget
right.
Halloween exists. It's my favorite holiday, but they always want to skip right over it.
Well, for us,
What?
it's mostly because I think it's
Oh.
our country is very we're like one of the only
Thanks for
more
follow.
Christian.
I am Puff
based
Daddy.
ones. Yeah.
Welcome to Zombitian Horde.
Welcome aboard.
Daddy.
Hope you're
93.
ready for some undead magic with Lilith the Leader's
Alright.
crew.
You got
But yeah, I think-
horde, buddy.
Y'all doing call center stuff? We're probably not. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
we're-
well, you know what? All that
Ew.
trouble, all that problem of figuring out the details, I'm just gonna leave that to the boss man and the managers.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna deal with
what
that.
we're doing
That's
is
their problem.
what we're doing here is we're taking crazy ideas for streams and trying to make something of them.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just trying to improve the ideas and basically give Connor more ideas for what streams to do on his bi-weekly collabs. Because it seems
Make
like he
sure
runs
not
out
to
of
redeem.
steam.
Make sure not to redeem.
Also,
He runs out of steam.
Not redeem what?
I'm throwing all shade at him.
It is kind of Connor's job to interrupt the conversation and stay on topic. It's fine.
That's true. That's true. He would, but it's like, will I listen? Nope. I'm throwing so much shade at him. Do we have another prompt? Because I think we're good on this one.
Yeah, there's not much else to go on that one.
Yeah, because this
'Cause
one's kind of dangerous.
It's dangerous,
dangerous,
and
privacy.
you know, there's also very low likelihood that anyone would actually pick up unrecognized phone numbers too.
Egg. That's it.
Okay.
Just egg.
Egg. Although, that's kind of on Connor for putting 3 talents on it with attention deficit together in one place. That's so true. Oh my
I just want to be upset that I got looped into the attention deficit, but then I remember that I am actually attention deficit. There's nothing I can do about that.
We're all in the same boat, man. Are you in the same boat, Lilith? It's okay. I'm not trying to out you. This feels inappropriate. I'm gonna drop
All the
the
way to-
topic.
Eggs and cooking. That could work.
Honestly, this is like, okay, there's actually one big test. Well, it's called a test in like for culinary school. For like it's like the big ultimate test to prove that you're like a good chef. And it's like you have to show the many ways you can prepare an egg.
Yeah, it's like there's lots of different ways to make eggs. Honestly, I would probably just start making a cake because eggs are in that.
Yeah, so it's like earning your pleats in like the hat for like a chef's hat.
Colleague, so
I
what
think that would be
species?
like
I
a fun cooking stream.
presumably just chicken eggs. Arjun's
It's like
asking.
duck eggs. Oh my god,
Or
I
duck
want
eggs.
balot. Nope.
I never had duck
When you
eggs.
mentioned when you mentioned duck
Bonus
eggs, I
points
immediately thought of
if the
balot,
eggs
and
are
I'm like
spectral
balut.
or glow in the
But then
dark.
it's like I realized that none of you know what that is.
Not a clue.
Is
It's
that
hilarious though.
is that the fetuses of fertilized eggs?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that before.
Here.
Okay, no, you need to hear me out on this, okay? I know that balot sounds disgusting. Some people will probably not even like it. I know that I have cousins who are from from Canada who have tried it and think it's disgusting. Okay? But hear me out. There are different kinds of fertilized duck eggs that are not balot. Okay, we have Penoy, we have Penoy Higo. Penoy is like it's kind of like a golden golden boiled egg, which is kind of like so it's all like it's basically all yolk. But higop is rare. It's really really good. It has this like it's slightly like it's kind of like pudding, and it's like it has like a soup in it, and it's like a really savory soup in the egg, and it's so good. Oh, I love it so much. But it's always like a hit and miss when you always buy like Penoy or higop. This is like I'm ruining your guys' meal, so I'm sorry. By like but yeah, it's like okay, I really like hiccup. Okay, I had hiccup the other day and it's so good. It's duck eggs. It's fertilized duck eggs, okay? But then they're not like balot where it's like you have the fetus. You don't have the fetus in that. In higup, it's only just the scrambled egg part. It's like the egg is already scrambled inside the egg. I'm making it sound worse and worse each time I open my mouth.
Yeah, it's just slowly becoming less and less appetizing. It's like
It's
I barely
delicious.
like doing eggs anyway.
It's good, I promise. It's good. It's like really savory. You can add like salt on it, like different kinds of salt. It's really good. I promise. Ostrich and quail. I've actually had ostrich eggs.
I've heard
They're-
that quail is really good though.
Quail is good. I mostly eat it as a. Oh my god. I mostly eat quail though as like something called quack quack. It sounds so funny. We call it quack quack.
Quack quack.
So it's basically like if you're like shut up. It's basically like if you know about like Japanese tempura, we have something
Yeah.
similar but it's spiced and it's colored orange. So we douse it, we cover it in batter and then we deep fry it. That's what we call quack quack, which is just hard boiled quail eggs and then we throw it into like orange batter and then fry it. That's quack quack. We also have a chicken egg version of it. But yeah, we call it quack quack. And then you add in like some vinegar on it. It's good. But I don't add vinegar on mine. Or like sweet and sour sauce. The best egg recipe is one that adds butter, sugar, flour, and milk like pancakes.
You're just wanting to make cake there, Argent.
Okay,
Oh,
I
that
need
should
to
be
ask. Like,
fair.
which do you prefer? Which do you prefer? Like, are
Also-
you a pancake person? Or are you a waffle person?
Pancakes.
Toma?
They're the same thing.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They use the same batter. They're cooked.
They use the same batter. But then the cooking
Different.
process is different.
Yeah.
And it also gives a different texture. Okay, what matters is the texture. So
This
much
is where I'm
speaking
being
heresy.
weird to be like, I don't like the texture of pancakes or waffles normally anyway.
So wait, so what about French toast then?
French toast is delicious. Totally French toast.
Mm-hmm.
If I could
Yeah.
ever figure
Yeah, CP, a lot of
Okay,
people
I agree
shitting
with
on
you.
it, but you probably just haven't had the right type.
I overload mine with cinnamon.
Very on
I'm
brand for you.
Cinnalolly, hey! I overload mine with cinnamon. So much cinnamon. I love cinnamon. Cinnamon is my favorite spice. To the point where like I bought like a scented oil that smells like cinnamon just so that I fill my room so it smells like cinnamon all the time.
I do that, but with
Random
oranges.
facts. Does anyone drink like oranges with coffee?
I can't have coffee, so no.
Oh,
Nope.
fuck. I'm sorry. Like if you can, you don't need to, but I suggest it. You know, orange and coffee is really good together. It gets rid of the bitterness and acid and like the bitteriness of coffee. That's the only reason why I like coffee is if there's orange juice in it. That's it. Anyways. Do we move
I'm not
on?
sure I'm willing to
Yeah,
risk
think
the
should move
massive, the day-long migraine
Don't-
to try and do coffee.
Don't risk your life. That's just me on my rant over my exclusive hate on coffee.
It's
Hi,
unfortunate.
You give tea. Welcome to the stream.
Imagine haunting an
It is
ostrich.
unfortunate that I
Those
am
eggs are like
allergic to
gold.
coffee.
Would need a whole spectrum
It's okay.
frying pan.
I am. Wait, so that means like, are you allergic to coffee or caffeine?
Coffee. I can have caffeine.
Oh, really? Huh.
It's like I can do energy drinks.
So-
I can do all kinds
so-
of tea. But the coffee.
If that case, you're American, aren't you? You should
Yes.
definitely check out this place called David's Tea and try out all their wacky ass teas. Like have a stream just trying out all their wacky ass teas. They have something called
Okay.
they have something called s'mores chai. It's really good. I really
Ooh.
like it. They have caramel shortbread. It's really good. I really like it. They also have chocolate hazelnut. It tastes like Nutella if you add some sugar in it. I really like it. Okay.
Forget about that tea stream, yeah.
Anyway,
Close-up shots of stains on your clothes. Honestly, if you do like a drinking stream, you can totally do that. Like do it like after drinking. This is the game that you do,
yeah,
and then it's
guess
like
the
you take
drink.
like a bunch of. Yeah,
This
it's
is
like guess the
more
drink.
like
Guess what we spilled on our clothes after drinking.
I unfortunately can't do that because like most
But that's like
of my
privacy.
stains are blood stains.
Oh.
Because I injure myself a lot.
Ew. You have me worried as to.
What if we just get
So it's just your blood,
like
okay.
a placemat or something? What if we just get like a placemat, you know, like a placemat that like soaks or like a canvas, you know, and then we just like do like our basic stuff and
Yeah,
like
with
basic
random
drinking,
shit.
and then like we would take pictures of that because I don't feel comfortable with clothes specifically, you know, we're going to get exposed.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like just make it
there's-
like
There's a lot
Plus, I think
of
it'd be-
sketchy stuff that can and hop on the clothes.
yeah. That's
And sometimes
really
we
sketchy.
don't even know what causes the stains.
That's true. At least with a canvas from after a drinking stream, you would know. At least know part of it because it's like some of them have like really distinct colors that would come out the best in like
So
a
we're
white
casually
canvas.
mentioning her clothes are stained with the blood of her enemies.
You know what? That's
Shush.
way off. That's way more badass. It's way more badass to have the blood of your enemies.
Yeah.
That would be way more badass. Or like you know,
This is
monster
why I
blood.
didn't say anything about it. It's a secret. You don't know where that blood comes from? Fine. You just know that my clothes are bloodstained.
But yeah, I think this is way safer.
Technically, these-
Like this can actually work as like a drinking game.
You
But
could
then
even
it's like-
go beyond just guess the drink. You could just do
or like
additional.
after the previous game, which is like it's like cooking eggs, like a cooking stream. It's like we throw all of the mess that we have created on like a placemat, and it's like, so this is the art that we have created with our mess. if you're a messy chef, I am a messy chef.
Yeah. You could also do like traditional dyeing of some canvases using
true, yeah.
wild plants, and then have the stream try and guess what plant produced that color on that fabric.
That's also true. Although there aren't that many plants that make certain colored stains. Am I wrong?
You'd be surprised.
I'm-
It's like indigo technically comes from a plant.
I know that the only one that I'm familiar with that comes from flowers specifically is the butterfly pea. Because I drink that quite regularly.
Yeah, but it's like pretty much all of the traditional colors originates from various plants or just random ass clay and dirt.
Oh, well, yeah. That would be really good to like make like a paint stream. It's like you're making paints out of like based on the stains.
Yes.
that would probably be interesting. Yeah. Do we write that down?
Yeah, we should
Make a
probably write
color
that
palette.
down.
Yeah, okay. Sure. Okay, do we move on?
What about title?
I don't know. I'm not good. I can't think of one here.
Me neither.
How about this? Color me impressed.
Ah.
Because, you know, that's a saying. Color me impressed.
Yes.
Yeah. Turns out I am a
Adoptions.
theater kid. I have a theater background. So it's like, I know a
Right.
lot of, like, metaphors and stuff. This is totally irrelevant. I'm just mentioning it because I realized that I use a lot of metaphors and stuff.
If you ever do an excellent adventure
Shell shock.
stream,
Okay.
I demand the title
Yokening.
be
The yokening.
Shell-shocked. The Yokening.
Yoda? Okay, what's the next one?
The
The next
Yo-
prompt. Do we go to 8? Connor
yeah,
PvP's
next
the
one.
talents.
Well,
And
easy.
like best dressed.
Or
I
something like
imagine
Dead by
around-
Daylight.
I was about to
PvP
say
that-
dress to impress, where he finally puts on the maid outfit.
We
Okay,
teased with
I
this
might-
maid outfit for so long. I'm so
put-
upset that we haven't seen it yet. Who suggested this, by the way? It's like, oh, the other ones had. Who suggested them from?
Connor,
Well-
you coward! I also have a maid outfit. Do you want to
Except for
see it?
the-
Take it, drink it in! I have a maid
This
outfit.
one. Who pulls it off better? Wait. This brings up the question of what kind of maid outfit.
I don't know. It depends on the person, I guess. Where is it? I could totally load my maid outfit just to make a point. If I find it.
If you find it.
1 second. I even have a color for it.
Oh, that's a bug bite. That's why that. Okay. Sorry. After my
Yeah,
scratching,
I
it was
mean,
like, oh, wait, that's a bug bite.
Okay, I put on my maid
Ah.
outfit with my jiggly pudding. Oh, I need to lower my head. I need to lower myself a little bit because the pudding is too high.
Jiggle, jiggle.
Giggle, giggle.
Jiggle,
Luckily, my program lets me have. Luckily,
Oh,
my
some
program
are,
lets me do
some are
that.
anonymous. Okay.
Okay.
So we could do the dress comp.
Probably.
Do like a design competition for who has the best.
Yeah,
the
there's like
best
that
outfit
Roblox
for
game.
themselves.
There's that Roblox game, you know? It's like dress to impress.
Yes, me kind of variety of maid outfits. Well, you're the expert. You should Wait.
You are the maid.
That's true. You are our maid. You would know many of the maid outfits.
Yeah.
We'll be the judge. Yeah, that works for me. That works for me.
we have a partial impartial judge now. Haha.
Yeah. Haha.
Haha.
You know, there's only one title meant for this, you know? There's only one specific title.
One title to rule them all.
This is totally a call
Yes.
out loud. Yeah, that's good. I'm all for that. We good? We
We're
good?
happy
Yep.
with this one.
Good.
It's
Yep.
gonna be a
It's
PvP
excellent.
of who does the best maid dress.
Look, this is finally leading into the meme, you know, Connor in the maid dress. We're finally answering the demands of people. You know, we are idols of the people. We are VTubers of the people. Putting the man in the maid dress. Coward.
Yes.
He's told me many times he has it. That was the worst part. He's told me many times that he has it. He just doesn't want to wear it. And I'm like, coward.
Fucking tease.
Yeah, coward.
How dare. We're so offended,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
We're so offended.
Unless he lied to me. If he lied to me,
For shame.
bastard.
Wait, no. It could
For
entirely
shame, for
be that he bought it at one point and he has since gotten rid of it because he hasn't worn it.
Or you know, he I was about to say something mean and no longer fit him.
Oh no!
Not to say that he got chunkier. I'm just saying that maybe he got thinner, or maybe you know it's like too
Maybe he
loose.
got buff.
It could be. Yeah, he got too buff. He got too buff. But you know what? Having a maid dress and having it burst at the seams, that's even better. You know, some people are into that.
Right?
Yeah,
Don't fit someone's kink.
they'll fit someone's kink. God. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on before it gets worse. We're digging ourselves into a grave. Okay, karaoke without any preparation. What does he
You-
want us to do
You prepared
here?
for karaoke?
It's just karaoke. Like what? Okay, if you were making, this is really hard because you're on that like border of like copyright.
Yeah, that's
And
one
it's
of the
like-
few reasons why I haven't actually done a karaoke stream is because the copyright strikes and being muted midstream is a possibility.
Actually, information in the background, you know, I am actually working on making a cover for
If
myself.
you ever do karaoke in a maid
So
outfit,
yay!
Awesome.
When
it'll be
it comes out,
classic
please
tunes
listen
or
to it.
something haunting.
I have covers
love
that's been
ballads.
that I've done and have just sitting around on my computer that I've just never finished. putting into.
I'm trying to work on it. It's just that I'm not used to doing all of that, so I'm not used.
Yeah. I've gotten to the point of putting my art on it and putting it into the video format rather than just the audio. And then I got overwhelmed with the idea of actually putting it online. Because the channel that it was going to go on has pretty much been untouched since before I did VTubing. Oh, hi, Kat. Hello. It's like, there's like 40 some odd people that still follow that channel that I'm like, what do I do if they're like, who is this person? I don't remember following them. And all they see is the music. Like, as much as I'm all for doing the karaoke without any preparation, I kind of do that accidentally during my
I have a habit of just like randomly bursting into song.
I have an idea. It's forced upon us. We're assigned
I mean,
another stream like this, but then suddenly Buttman comes in. Okay, now it's a karaoke stream. Go.
that's like surprise karaoke. I mean, like, here's my problem with it. It's like, how do you know if the person knows the song?
That's the fun part. They don't.
That's the fun of it.
Like, how would you prepare that? I'm like trying to figure it out. It's like, would you
Well,
you
that's
show
the
them
idea.
like the
It's not supposed to be
karaoke?
prepared.
I was
Yeah,
kind
but
of
if you-
assuming that it would be a like the YouTube lyrics
Yeah, that's
videos kind of thing.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think that far ahead. I'm not.
There are so many YouTube videos out there that have the lyrics with lyrics written out and pops up in different colors as it's going. But the surprise is going to be a "Where's your tone at?"
Yeah.
Also, before we
think-
actually
Yeah.
go on, noticing all the stars popping up along the way. What is the star system, Connor? What are the star systems, man?
He's rating our ideas.
Yep. Yeah, he said that in described that in the stream description.
Gosh.
Okay. I received a note from Connor that we should quickly wrap up. Like,
Yeah, so
if it's okay with y'all, we'll just skip the rest of the other prompts.
yeah, well,
And
this
maybe
We
we'll.
got sidetracked a little bit too effectively. Oh no. It
Hey.
sounds like someone got in trouble too.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, this was a very interesting stream. There are some great ideas, some not so great ideas, but there are a lot of interesting discussions. Anyway, seems the highest rated stream concept we come up with is put on the damn dress, Connor. So you heard from Connor. He wants a reason to put on the damn dress.
We have to
Hooray.
reinvigorate our pressure of putting on the dress. Also, I don't know why Basil got subjected to the dress.
Yeah.
That does seem a little strange to me. Why did Basil get subjected to the dress? Also, I feel like now we should have like a group shot with everyone in a different anime dress of some kind.
Yeah,
Infinite
that'll
Live
be the
Maze.
end result. Anyway, hope everyone enjoyed this. Maybe this maid competition will become a reality. Hang on, as Connor rated last one? No, but anyway,
Connor has not rated it yet. No.
because Basil
No.
needs time to reflect on things and learn why it's a big deal.
Very
This is
funny.
fair.
All right.
Right, hope everyone enjoyed this.
now. Okay.
Yep. Right, well,
Ghosts are all about
bye everyone.
unfinished business.
Bye.
Maybe that's why we
Bye.
love reflecting so much. Made
Bye bye
common.
everyone.
one
See you.
star.
Always haunting in here.
Karaoke's only 1 star. Ew. Sad day.
Sorry, I had to cut it short.